My name is Michael O'Brien, and this is my friend and colleague Andrew. Andrew, as you can see, is going to be one of the panelists in our game show that we're going to be running this morning. He's going to be our celebrity panelist. So we're trying to aim as high as we can. We've got Andrew so far, so that's a good thing. What we'd also like to do is we'd like to have some volunteers from the audience who can compete with Andrew. And what we're going to be competing in is a game show, and the game show is called UNFAMY. So you know about the phrase, if someone is famous. This is a game show about people who are unfamous. It's people who perhaps should be more famous than they are. Perhaps we should know more about them than we do. But this is, in fact, a bluffing game. What's going to happen is I'm going to give Andrew and the other panelists the name of somebody you have probably never heard of. But they are actually famous for doing something. You then have to make up a one-sentence bio that you think everybody else would believe in. And we're going to read out all of the bios, including the real one. And we're going to see if the other panelists can beat Andrew, because he's a pretty clever guy. You heard all the things that he's done. Let's see how good he is at these names. I'll give you some examples. I've got them here, by the way, on a set of cards, and I have got, for whoever wins today, they'll be able to go away with one of these sets. We've called this the Zero Edition, and we demoed these at a huge games convention in the United States. I was actually there last week. It was in Indianapolis. So very unusually, I left Indianapolis to fly to India. So I've gone from one side of the world to the other. So this is our special 0th edition. So we only printed about 100 copies of these, so you'll be getting a rare collector's item. The real game itself will be coming out later this year. So I'm going to give you an example of how the game can work. One of the ways that you can do it in the quick version is you just take 3 cards and you pick out a name and you pick out a bio. And I'm going to read out a name and a bio, and I want you to see if you think this is in fact correct. Okay, here's the name. This is the way I'll do this. I'll see if everybody is good at guessing the names. Can everyone stand up? Now, what I'm going to get you to do is, I want you to sit down if you think this sounds plausible. I'm going to give you the name of somebody who in 1936 wrote a novel which was 50,000 words long, but did not use the letter E. I don't know how this person did this, but they wrote a novel, 50,000 words long, did not use the letter E. And this person's name, I'm saying, was Ernest Vincent Wright. If you believe that's true, stay standing. If you think that's false, sit down. Okay. Ernest Vincent Wright, the author of a 1936 novel which was 50,000 words long and did not use the letter E. Okay, all the people who are standing, correct. He was. Well done. Can you last the next round? Stay standing though. Stay standing. We'll see if we'll see who ends up sitting down. Okay. Do you believe that someone called Pastor George Bush was the author of a book which he wrote in 1844, called The Life of Mohammed. Pastor George Bush, author of The Life of Mohammed in 1844. If you think that is false, I want you to keep standing. If you think it's true, I want you to sit down. Pastor George Bush, author of The Life of Mohammed in 1844. Okay, everybody who's still standing, you are wrong. He did actually write that book in 1844. So anyone that sat down in that second round, stand up. I think we have... Oh, we've only got 3 winners. Okay, I'm going to pick out another 3 cards. The reason why I pick out 3 is because I do have females and males, and if you just had a male and a female, sometimes the names don't work very well. So, here is the name. It is Columbus Taylor. Columbus Taylor. And was Columbus Taylor the security guard who discovered the Watergate break-in? If you think that is true, I want you to sit down. Okay. In actual fact, that is false. Columbus Taylor is, in fact, believe it or not, the 26th person in line to the British throne. So if Queen Elizabeth and lots of her other relatives had unfortunate accidents, Britain would have King Columbus. Okay, final one, because we have 2 people left. Let's see if we can get a winner out of this before we go on to the other part of the game. Okay, I'm going to pick out 2 names here, and let me see. I'm going to try and get you one that will try and trick everybody. Okay, this is the name of a big game hunter whose notable kills included the tiger of Seeger, the spotted devil of Gumulpar, and the sloth bear of Mysore. Was the name of this big game hunter Professor Carl Hilt? Professor Carl Hilt. Was he the Indian big game hunter whose notable kills included the tiger of Seeger, the spotted devil of Gumulpar, and the sloth bear of Mysore? Professor Carl Hilt. If you think that is true, I want you to stay standing. If you think that's false, I want you to sit down. And we only have 2 people left. Who's going to go for true and who's going to go for false? What do you think? You think that's true? You both think that's true? It's false! Professor Carl Hilt was the propounder of Hilt's law that says the deeper you dig for coal, the better the coal it is. And the Indian big game hunter, whose kills included the poor sloth bear of Mysore, and amongst others, his name was Kenneth Anderson. And I don't know, I'm Australian, maybe it's different here, but the name Kenneth Anderson does not strike me as somebody carrying a big gun, so who knows. Okay, I would like to have some people, some volunteers from the audience who would like to come up and challenge Andrew. First hand come up, so up you come. Second hand come up. Third hand come up you come. Okay. We have 3 challenges. We'll see. They don't need microphones. Okay, come up and sit at the table. We're going to welcome our panellists. What's your name?
Varisht.
Varisht? Yes. Okay, give Varisht a big round of applause. Shanta? Shanta?
Kunal.
Gunal. Okay. Okay, you guys, you ready? We're going to start off with an easy one. What I want you to do is I want you to give me a name that you think the other people here are going to believe, okay? And it is very, very simple. I want you to give me the name of a follower of Mahatma Gandhi who designed the original Indian national flag. Now, you don't need to know the answer. You're making up a name that you think other people would believe. Okay? So this is not a test of people's knowledge. This is a test of people's ability to bluff. Think of a name that you think other people would believe for somebody who invented the Indian national flag. Now, this is somebody that perhaps people should know more about. But I did my research for this by going to websites looking at things like obscure Indians who should be more famous than they are. So this is where I got a lot of these names from. When you've got the name, you can hand it to me. And if you could just print it nice and neatly, that's good. He gets top marks for handwriting. Okay, we've got 2 already. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to read out all 4 that our panellists have done and the real one. And our panellists are going to have to make a decision about which one they think is the correct name. If they guess the correct one, they get 3 points. If they guess somebody else's, the other person gets 1 point. Okay? And if you vote for your own, you don't get any points. Okay? You guys in the audience, you can have a think about them as well. Okay, so here is the potential names, okay, of a follower of Mahatma Gandhi who designed the original Indian national flag. And the names are Ram Sahay, Angad Lal Mehra, Ravi Manalam, Pingali Venkaya, or R.S. Chandran. One of those is correct. The others, I'm going to repeat them, the others are all false. They've been made up by these tricksters here. Okay, I'm going to read them out again in no particular order. Ram Sahay, Angad Lal Mehra, R.S. Chandran, Pingali Venkaya, or Ravi Manalam. One of those is real. And I'm going to start at the end. Which one do you think is correct?
Angad.
Which one? Angad, okay. You think that one as well?
Pingali.
Pingali?
Ravi.
And Ravi. Okay. The correct answer was Pingali Venkaya. So Andrew gets 3 points.
Oh, yes.
Okay, whose was Ravi? Okay, Andrew gets an additional point because you went for Ravi. Who said, you said Ram, was it?
Yeah, I said Ram.
You said Ram. Whose was Ram? Okay, you get 1 point. And which one was yours? Did anyone go for yours? Okay, so you're on 0 points so far. Andrew's going to keep score as well because he's very clever.
I got 2 points.
Oh, you got 2 points.
Angad.
Oh, you did Angad. That's right. Sorry, yes, yours was a good one. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. This one is slightly more tricky because this is one where you have to write the bio for a name, okay? Now, I'll give you a clue. It is something connected with India, okay? And the name is Leslie Claudius. And it is connected to India. Leslie Claudius. All right, while they're waiting, they've got to make up a bio. I'm going to do the exercise again. I'm going to give you a name. Can everyone stand up? And let's see if you can work out whether this is true. So, this is one of the names of one of the backup astronauts for the Apollo 16 moon mission. So he didn't actually get to go. He was the backup. Still, that'd be cool. Okay, was Stu Roosa, one of the backup astronauts for Apollo 16. If you think that is true, I'd like you to sit down. Stu Roosa. This is just a simple true or false round, this one here. So Stu Roosa, was he one of the backup astronauts for Apollo 16? If you think that's true, sit down. Okay, that answer was true. So all the people standing, sit down. All the people sitting down, stand up. Okay. Next one. And this is the name of an unpopular early king of Denmark. An unpopular early king of Denmark. And the name is Ragnar Hairy Breeches. Ragnar Hairy Breeches. If you think that that is the name of an unpopular early king of Denmark, I'd like you to keep standing. If you think that's false, sit down. Okay, all the people that sat down are correct. In fact, the unpopular early king of Denmark's name was Erik the Memorable, and he is so memorable no one remembers him anymore. Okay, and now I'm going to give you another quick name. Lucy Hobbs. Was she the first American woman to graduate from dental school? Lucy Hobbs. If you think that's true, I want you to sit down. Lucy Hobbs. Is that believable? Okay. That is true. She did graduate from dental school, so keep standing. We still have a few people left. How'd you guys go? Have you finished? Almost. We got. Okay, yours is obviously the long essay. Oh, it's really short? Okay. Right. Was the name of the disgruntled gambler who shot Wild Bill Hickok outside the number 10 saloon, was his name Jack Broken Nose McCall? Jack Broken Nose McCall. If you think that is true, I want you to sit down. If you think it's false, keep standing. Okay. All the people that sat down are correct. It was Jack Broken Nose McCall. Okay, we've got a few people left. Okay, we're going to do our final one here because we've got to get on to our next answer for our quiz. Okay. The founder of the American city of Detroit, was that person's name Antoine Cadillac? The founder of the city of Detroit, was his name Antoine Cadillac? If you think that is false, I want you to keep standing. If you think that is true, I want you to sit down. Antoine Cadillac, the founder of Detroit. Okay, it is in fact true, so we have a winner. Well done. And because we finally got it down to one person, I'm going to give you, whereabouts was our winner again? Where was she? I'm going to give you one of these decks of cards. There you go, well done. Okay, we're up to round 2. And what was our name again? I've forgotten. Oh, it was Leslie Claudius, that's right. Okay, Leslie Claudius, it's connected with India. So I'm now going to collect up your answers. Okay, now one of these is correct. I don't know where to go from here. These are incredible. One of these is correct. Okay, was Leslie Claudius a field hockey champion who has won more Olympic medals than any other Indian? Or is Leslie Claudius the reporter who interviewed Mahatma Gandhi in jail during the non-cooperation movement and later went on to become part of India's freedom struggle? Or is Leslie Claudius the first papal envoy to meet Prime Minister Indira Gandhi? Or is Leslie Claudius the person who is in charge of overseeing the railway lines in India? Or was Leslie Claudius the person who discovered a rare mineral in the Andaman Islands? Now, one of those is true. I actually think any one of those sounds plausible. Do you think? There's some pretty clever ones there. Okay. I'm going to read them out again, and they have to try and guess which one is the correct one. Okay. So, Leslie Claudius, discoverer of a rare mineral in the Andaman Islands, in charge of overseeing the laying of railway lines in India, the first papal envoy to meet Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the field hockey champion who's won more Olympic medals than any other Indian, or the reporter who interviewed Mahatma Gandhi in jail during the non-cooperation movement and later went on to become part of India's freedom struggle. Okay, I'm going to start at this end this time. What do you think?
You started with me last time as well.
Did I? No, I started at the other end this time. I'm starting with you.
I think the Andaman.
Discoverer of the rare mineral in the Andaman Islands. I like that one, Andrew.
The reporter who joined the freedom struggle.
Okay. The papal envoy. Okay, we've got two papal envoys. We've got the reporter who interviewed Mahatma Gandhi, and we've got the Andaman Islands. In actual fact, none of those answers are correct. The correct answer is Leslie Claudius is the field hockey player who has won more gold medals than any other Indian. So, whose was the papal envoy? Okay, Andrew's done it again. Whose was the discoverer of the rare mineral in the Andaman Islands? Well done. And who was the reporter who... Okay, well done. So they all get points. Okay, so where are we in the game, Andrew?
We have, I'm afraid, the gentleman on the left has 0. The lady on my left has 0. I can't score. This gentleman has 3, and I've obviously done this before because I've got 6.
Okay.
Work at it.
I'm now going to give you a very, very tricky round. In this one, I'm going to give you a name and I'm going to give you a key word. So you have to use that word in your answer, okay? So, the name is Shami Narag. Shami, Shammi, first name. Second name, Narag. Narag. Shami Narag. And the key word that you must have in your answer is station. Station. Shami Narag station. So, for example, in this round, while they're working on that, I could give you a name like Ray Berwick, and I could give you the keyword trainer. So you could say, for example, he was the lion trainer at Ringling Brothers Circus. Or you could say he is the trainer for the T20 cricket team in Bangalore or something. In actual fact, the correct answer for Ray Berwick with the keyword trainer is he was the bird trainer for Alfred Hitchcock's movie The Birds, if you remember that one. Or I could give you, let me see here, tactics. And the name I could give you is Aelianus Tacticus. And he was, in fact, a 1st century Roman author of a treatise on military tactics, which I think is a great name if your name is Tacticus. It's the only thing you could really write, isn't it? So that's where you have a name and a key word. The last one we're going to do, and we'll do that one after this, is you actually have to finish a sentence. So I will give you the first part of the sentence, and they're going to have to write the last part. So how are we going, guys? We've got the word station. They've all got their thinking hats on. Again, this is related to India, by the way. Okay? In that last round, I thought we had very, very believable ones there. In this game, it's not a case that you have to know any answer. You just have to come up with a believable response. Okay, so I'm going to read out a name, and I'm going to see if somebody in the audience can make up a bio just off the top of their head. So if I said Private Daniel Howe. Private Daniel Howe. Anyone got one that they could make up just off the top of their head? Or it might be a bit too early in the morning for people to be thinking, is it? If I had Private Daniel Howe. How about this? Does this sound believable? Let's see if you can finish the sentence for me then. So, Private Daniel Howe, the first fatality of, what could we say? Vietnam, that's a really good one. World War II or World War I. The correct answer for that one is the first fatality of the American Civil War. Okay? Let me see if I can get you to finish the bio for this one. The name is Charles Curtis, and he is the only American vice president. Okay, there we go. Who hasn't or was? The only vice president who was assassinated. They do take shots at American presidents. They don't often try and shoot American vice presidents. So I like that one. Okay, what else could we have? Who was unmarried? That's a really good one. Okay, first one to go to the White House. I like that one too. So you like that? So that one where you have to finish the sentence is quite a fun one. This one's pretty simple answer. He's the only vice president from the state of Kansas. So there you go. How are you going here, guys? Okay, they're still struggling with that one, so I'm going to give you another one. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, this is a very unfortunate person. His name is Boleslaw the Forgotten. That's what he's known in history as, Boleslaw the Forgotten. And he is an early Duke of Poland who... an early Duke of Poland who, I'll give it to you here, who his existence is doubted by some historians. That's why he's so forgotten. Okay, you've still got people struggling here. Okay, Bertlatan Farkas. Bertlatan Farkas, the first Hungarian. Who's got an answer there? What could we do? The first Hungarian to go into space. To win the Quidditch World Cup. See if we can get two more for this. Yeah? The first Hungarian to drive a car. To win a gold medal in the Olympics. Now, I'm going to give you a clue here. One of those answers that was read out then is correct. So we have Quidditch, we have space, we have drive a car, and we have a gold medal. One of those is correct. Who thinks it's the gold medal? Okay, who thinks it's drive a car? Who thinks it's win the Quidditch World Cup? I didn't know there was such a thing. Who thinks it's going into space? Bertlatan Farkas was in fact the first Hungarian in space. Now, I'm suspecting that the lady who gave that answer knew that because she's in fact my wife and helped me type these answers. Okay, are we done? All right. So, this one is Shami Narag. Okay, I like that. You guys done? Thank you, thank you. I like these. Okay. Again, these are amazingly believable. And incredibly, one of these is correct and the others are false. Okay. So, Shami Narag. Was he the first person to set up a radio network station in Madras? Was she the woman who threw rocks at the Simon Commission when they arrived at the station in Calcutta? Was Shami Narag the designer of the first train station layout built after independence? Was Shami Narag the man who does all the station announcements for the Delhi Metro, Mumbai Metro and Bangalore Metro? Or was Shami Narag the Indian who was awarded citizenship of Britain because he saved a train carrying the Queen from being attacked by people? Okay. All right. As it was coming into the station. Yes, sorry. Okay, so Shami Narag. Was it the Indian who was awarded citizenship of Britain because he saved the Queen from being attacked as it was coming into the station? Was she the first woman? Was she the woman who threw rocks at the Simon Commission when it arrived in Calcutta? Is it the first person to have set up a radio station in Madras? Is it the designer of the first station layout built after independence? Or is it the man who does all the station announcements for the Delhi Metro, Mumbai Metro and Bangalore Metro? Okay, one of those is correct. So what do people in the audience think? There's some really good ones there. What do you think it is? You think it's... Okay, all right. Let's go along the audience here, the panels here. What do you think?
I think the radio station.
The person who set up the radio station in Madras? The lady who threw rocks? Set the radio station in Madras? The designer of the station layout. Okay, in fact, it was the person from the audience who was correct. Shami Narag is the man who does all the station announcements for the Delhi Metro, Mumbai Metro and Bangalore Metro. Okay, who did the radio station in Madras? Well done, you get points. And who did the station layout? Okay, it's Andrew again. Did anyone else get points there? Okay.
Oh, I did.
You did?
I know, because he said...
Oh, the lady who threw rocks. Very good. Okay, we're going to do the final round. And in this one, you need to finish the sentence. Okay. Oh, and Andrew suggested double points. Let's do double points for the last round. Okay. Here we go. The name is Arumana Sinha. Arumana Sinha. Yeah, Arunima is the first name. Sinha, Sinha. Arumana Sinha. And the bio begins, and it's again related to India, I guess, because the lady is from India, but the bio begins, the first female amputee to. The first female amputee to. So you have to finish the sentence. Do you know who this person is? Oh. So if you know the correct answer when you're playing this game, you automatically get 5 points and you are officially designated as smart. So that's what happens. and yours doesn't get read out. I've tried really hard in this game to pick out obscure, totally unknown figures from history, but there are times when you can play this game and people know who it is. We played a similar game once with my wife's grandfather, who was a very, very, very smart man. And after we'd played about 7 rounds of this game and he knew the answer to every single one, he didn't really get the point of the game because he thought the point was you actually did need to know the answer. Whereas seriously, you do not need to know the answer. So you've got to finish the sentence. The first female amputee to... And I'm sure people out there have got some ideas about what they would put in. While they're waiting, I'm just going to give you another one here. See if you can come up with a good answer for this. His name was Albert H. Love. And he was a peace activist who in 1888 was shocked to discover... Anyone got an answer for that one? A peace activist who in 1888 was shocked to discover... He likes war? Okay, that would be that would be very unfortunate. In actual fact, again, I don't know, I must have been looking at vice presidents here. He was shocked to discover he'd been nominated for vice president. So obviously back in those days you could be nominated without being told. Okay, we done? Still struggling here. First female amputee to... Come up with something. Okay. Who can give me the name of... You remember John F. Kennedy, the American president, who was assassinated? Who can give me a name of a believable name of the Secret Service agent who was driving the car on the day that it happened? So you've got to think of a name that you think other people would believe in. Joe Fletcher. I really like that one. That sounds believable, doesn't it? Anyone else? I like that one, yeah? That's another good sounding one as well. Sort of a strong... Alan Smithy, okay. Often used in Hollywood if a director doesn't want to own their work. Okay, his real name was William Greer, and that's again sort of a very standard sorting name. Okay, this is a really weird one. Anyone got any idea who Willis Knuckles was? Willis Knuckles. Okay, I think it sounds like he was a boxer or something with the name Willis Knuckles. He was actually the Minister of Public Works in Liberia for a short period in 2006. So again, these are very obscure figures from history. We done? Okay. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, these are going to be interesting. Oh, right. This is our final round for the winner. And our name, in just a sec, is Arumana Sinha, and was Arumana Sinha the first female amputee to compete and win in the Olympics? Is Arumana Sinha the first female amputee to climb the highest mountains on all 7 continents? Or is Arumana Sinha the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest? Oh, there's 2 that are following a similar theme there. Okay. Or is Arumana Sinha the first female amputee to cut open a frog in a medical institute by using an instrument designed by her teacher? Okay, and I'm only reading out 4 in this instance because one of them is the same as the correct answer. And the person that wrote that one is automatically going to get 5 points. Oh, and it's a double round. Wow. Okay, so Arumana Sinha, The first female amputee to cut open a frog in a medical institute using an instrument designed by her teacher. The first female amputee to have climbed Mount Everest. The first female amputee to compete and win in the Olympics, or the first female amputee to climb the highest mountain on all 7 continents. We'll start at the end again. You're going for Mount Everest? You're not sure?
All 7 continents.
The mountains on all 7 continents?
Cut open the frog.
Cut open the frog?
Cut open the frog.
Cut open the frog. And the correct answer is cut open... No, I'm only cheating. It wasn't. Whose was cut open a frog? Okay, well done. That wasn't the correct answer, but it was probably the weirdest one we've had today. The correct answer was she was the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. So who wrote that one? You wrote that one, so you automatically get 10 points. Well done. And someone was very close there with climbing the mountains on all 7 continents. Okay, Mount Everest.
Who wrote it? Well done. 10 points.
So does that mean we have our overall winner?
Oh, we've got to check.
Andrew's going to add up the scores.
Hang on, hang on. I could be close. I could be close. Oh, okay. This is very, very close.
Oh no.
Because I can declare that the winner is not the lady with 2 points. I'm sorry. It's not the gentleman who came close, but not that close, with 9 points. It's not the... what's my total?
Celebrity guest.
The celebrity guest came very close with 13, but the winner is the gentleman with 14.
Okay, well done. So you win another deck of our demo round, so well done. Can you give all of our panellists a big round of applause? Very brave coming up. So really this game is just a lot of fun, but we did try and pick out some people from India today that maybe should be a bit better known than they currently are. Next time you're in the Delhi metro and you hear the man's voice, you'll know that is he, because he was a card in the game here today. But anyway, so thank you very much. We had lots of fun, and we'll now hand over to the live talks. Thank you very much.
tGELF, leading the change.